they are supposed to show my story that I am a mother. I have been there, I've been through there. Then it talks about the calf. The calf is the squamby part of the leg. Saying that one also that it shows that you have aborted, I really doubt. I really doubt that that one can tell someone that has ever aborted. A stiff hip also I really doubt, because we have had scenarios whereby women have gone to give birth, yet their pelvic wasn't what can I say, strong enough, and maybe it's moved or something. So they had to be put on is it a girdle or something that is usually placed
a belt kind of.
Yes, to put it back in place. So you telling me that my hips are not swinging enough for them to make the Shakira move? That doesn't mean that I am. It doesn't mean that. Then talking about not every woman wants to be a mother.
Actually, that is I think that's the new thing that is trending.
Yeah,
there are people who just want to be there. They're not absolutely interested in having kids.
True.
And it is their own thing. So even if you bring up a discussion about children, about anything about that, they're not interested.
Yeah.
Because that is not their thing.
And that's why you find you're forcing a woman to become a mother. And I'm not giving, this is not an excuse. You find that person abandoning the child.
Yeah, she's not.
Anamwacha ushago, anamwacha na babake, and she runs off. Or in worst case scenarios whereby they are ending up killing the child because a child was not part of their history or whatever they were trying to create. And maybe they found that it was easier to have a baby with you, but then here you have now started looking at another woman, or you've started finding other things that are interesting you than her. Now she finds that this baby now is a burden since she's going to be left with this child. So what does she do? She kills the baby, she abandons the baby, she leaves him or her on the streets. Yeah, because you're pushing people to do things that they're not interested.
Let me give you a personal story, Remo.
Okay.
I conceived. I carried the pregnancy the first time, and I used to, at some point, even to forget I'm pregnant.
True.
At some point, I could even forget that I'm a mother. Already I went through the whole process. I gave birth. Okay. I find it abnormal for me. I'm not one person who is so much into kids. You know the way unaweza mchapa, I feel. You know there's abnormality or something, but I'm not the girl who is so much attached.
Okay.
I think it's only that maybe I found myself with kids or something like that, but I'm one person who can just forget about the whole thing. There, okay, I don't know, you know the excitement that I find some women has, you know, mtu akona excitement ile ya, you know, my child, you know, you're saying about your child every now and then, what.
I think some of it is taken overboard. About my child, surely. That is someone who's trying to emphasize a point. You have the motherly instinct since you did not decide to leave your child, or you're still feeding your children, I hope so. You're still feeding them?
Yeah, I am, but I'm not so, no, this attached. Hiyo inakuanga, you are like, even in a normal conversation, a business conversation, you have brought in your kids, you know.
Some people can take it overboard.
Yeah.
And you have also to be cautious of the other person, because like I've said, not everyone wants to have children.
Yeah.
And not everyone is comfortable with kids. For me, I started I loved kids my entire life, and I knew I was going to be a mom at one point. I have raised, growing up in a school setup whereby we had teachers around, and if the house girl were left or something and I was on holiday, they would leave their children with me. If the kid was 2 years old or less, or a few months, they were okay leaving the kids with me. And even today when they meet with me, they tell me, I thought you would have like 6-7 children because of the way I love kids.
You love kids.
I love kids. I adore kids. But I do not dote on my children. I'm not that clingy mom. I am not. I will not do that, because I also want my child to get their own voice. I don't want them every time they have a problem they'll think, mommy, let me ask mommy to do this. I don't want that. Yes.
I'm also like that. I don't like that. You're too much. Actually, if you keep on talking to your children in my presence, I'm like, what do you mean? is this something you talk about? I don't talk about business or something else. But I don't hate my children. I love them. They make me happy.
It's true.
Because even at some point last year, I was so stressed up at some point, and I felt, oh my God, I don't have a reason even to leave. And I remembered, oh, I have children. Who will watch over them?
Yeah.
So that was the main reason as to why I felt. And as much as the situation I was in was that bad, I need to feel. I really need. I have to move on. I have to be strong for them.
For them, yeah.
I have to be there for them. I look at them, the normal thing, you give them kids, you're there, you're watching over them. But iyo sana, it's not my thing.
Oh, that is true.
Then also again, there are people, kuna watu wanakuwa na shida fulani. Maybe this person loves kids, but she's not able to give back, or he's not able to give back. So when you bring up this kind of discussion in there where they are, it just put them off.
You have to be sensitive.
You have to, yeah.
Like Sarah took how long for her to give back?
Hey, so many years.
Yeah, she took so long, and God answered her call. Same case to Hannah. So it doesn't mean that you who is having children at 23 or 22, you're any special than them.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you keeping on talking, you have to be sensitive about other people's plight, because I know of a family or a couple that have been trying to have a child for the longest time, close to 15 years. They have not had a child even today. So I cannot go and discuss with them about my kids or the issues that my kids are facing or something, because they don't know.
Even they're not interested. It's like you have a wood and then this person comes and it's
pricks. You keep pricking on the wound that anachoma too, that you're not supposed to do that.
And then somebody just from anywhere comes and say, you know what? Because they're not interested with your story, it's because they did an abortion.
It's not.
Seriously.
You can fail to have a child.
Yes.
Because of various reasons.
Yes.
A man can be the problem also.
Yes.
His pumps may not be swimming fast enough
to get to
you. Yeah. You might have had a miscarriage before, whereby people are losing children now and then because of anything. I had a friend, a colleague, who lost a baby 1 week to delivery.
Oh my God.
Because she tripped. She actually, she saw a car coming. So as she was climbing the pavement, it was in Nairobi, pavement, she tripped and fell.
Oh my God.
And she didn't know the baby had died. She continued with her shift as normal. She never bled, she never did anything. The day of delivery, she told the doctor, but they have not been feeling any kicks. By the time the doctor was checking, the baby had already passed on.
Oh my God.
Yeah. We have had scenarios whereby people have lost, they cannot carry a child to term. Their breasts are still going to be big because maybe it's like every time your body will sense that there is a baby coming in preparation. So what it does, it starts creating all scenarios that the breasts have to be like this, your hips have to be bigger. Even your buttocks and even the kakitobuku kanatokea, all that, and then from there the baby doesn't come. The breast, what do? They are going to shrink because there was nowhere. There was
at some point,
So, and those are normal changes. You can find a scenario whereby someone cannot. They are barren. They are barren because of something that happened.
Yes.
Maybe natural or something that happened artificially, meaning that maybe this person was raped and the uterus was somehow damaged or something, or the uterus have been removed later in life. So you can find such scenarios that these people will not be able to
have a child.
Yeah. And we also have, like we have said, we have people who don't like children at all.
And they're happy about it.
And they are happy.
The question we are asking is, for a woman to be happy, should it be tied to anything? Because the society comes in and look at you like you don't have kids, so you don't need to be happy. And also yourself, you just put that in your mind, like you cannot be happy, or you feel, it's a feeling kinda that you're not complete just because you don't have kids. And sorry to say, don't just take it because sometimes somebody may say, oh, you're saying so and so because you have a child. No. That is not the thing. But so I'm saying, yes, there's a friend of mine who keep telling me that whatever Mother Nature have given you, enjoy it.
True.
Be happy. This situation is nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
So why stress yourself with it?
True. Why should you stress yourself? There are other options of you getting a child. There is surrogacy. There is adoption. You have nieces and nephews. Take care of them. You should not peg your happiness on a child. Your happiness should come from within. If the idea that not having children makes you happy, well and good. For me, I knew I had to have a child before I cleared campus. I was a party animal. So I think it was God's way of slowing me down. It was God's way of slowing me down. And me getting pregnant, by the time I was clearing my campus, it was God given, that's what I can say. And my daughter has been my first one, that is, she has been the what can I say, the first step of my everything. Because that's when I learned to be a mother, that's when I learned that I have to be responsible, I have to pay school fees, I have to do. She was the first of my everything. There are people who will find joy in other things. There are people who have dogs, but dogs are not children. Dogs are not children. Let's be truthful to that. They are not children, but if that's what they find happiness in, why not? There are people who have bunnies, or they're called what, cats, and they're okay with that. They are just happy. So long as you find your joy in something. If you first have to find joy in yourself, for you to be able to radiate sunshine to other things. Yes.
So what I hear you say is that don't tag anything with your happiness. Happiness, I think it's more of a personal decision. It's something you just decide, I want to be happy. You work it to be happy. You do everything that makes you happy.
Yes, it comes from within. Happiness comes from within. And the sooner we realize that, that's when you start finding joy. It's like the other sessions we had said. You find the flowers, the smell of the flowers of the roses in the morning. You hear the birds singing because you're happy. But every time you're angry, you'll always have an echo of someone telling you that you're not complete, you're not like this, you're not like this, and it's going to mess you up. It's going to mess up your day. That's why you find that if someone talks about children, you'll always have a problem with that. Although I'm still emphasizing you should be sensitive about other people in their plight. You don't go and discuss those things in front of them, telling them that they're not complete because they don't have children. They are complete even without a child. They are complete even without a husband or without a wife. They are okay so long as they find happiness in themselves. Why not?
I had a scenario of a person I met another day, and this person, they don't have a child for I think close to 20 years. Now the thing is, they went in an occasion. They just go in an occasion. You're there with your wife. Yes, you don't have kids, but the occasion is more of kila mtu kuna mtoto wake and those kind of things. Then just from inwhere, the person who was speaking just wakes up and say, we need to pray for so and so. Everybody is there. We need to pray. Now, this person was like, oh my God, why did I come to this place? What am I doing here? Okay, just talk about it, because sometimes you think, the way even the Bible tells us that don't rely on your own understanding. You just take things from anywhere and you start discussing them without minding how this person will take it. Yes, I don't have a child, but do you need to go and
announce it?
This person keeps on saying, the way you just talk in faith, like I'm a so and so. You can talk to me. Like now, if my husband. My husband's mother is called Jerry, and calling me I'm Mama Jerry. Out of that, nobody it's very few, unless the family members will understand. She's just talking like that, but she doesn't have a child as person. So, how do you say about that?
It is wrong for you to shame someone and say that so long as they have not asked. Even if when I come to you, Wanjiko, and tell you, Wanjiko, please pray for me because this and this is happening. You don't have to come and tell me or announce in front of people. Prayer, even in the Bible we are told, pray when it comes from the heart. Remember is it the Levite or the Pharisee who kept saying that woman is a sinner, that woman she's not like me. Yes, but that woman was praying and hitting her chest like this. I am a sinner, I am like this. That's what you're supposed. Even when you're praying for someone else, you are not supposed to shout about it, that Angela told me that she wants a husband, or Angela prayed that she wants to drive a car, or Angela wants a piece of land or something like that. You're not supposed to shout it to the rooftops. When you do your prayer, or when you're praying for someone else, pray for that person in seclusion kivyako. Hata sio lazima umwambie. You don't even need to tell me that I prayed for you yesterday night. You don't need, you might because some people might even take it personally. Kwani ameona nimeshindwa na maombi mpaka ananiombea. You can as well pray for me. Is that in personal? No, I'm just saying. You people might take it personally that you're not it's like you're feeling like their prayer is not enough. That's why
or
you
maybe
include
you
yourself.
just think you're so holy.
Yeah, that you're better. Your prayers are hard more than mine.
Zangu mimi ni mtenda dhambi.
Yeah, you have to pray to that person. When you pray for that person, you have to pray for that person in a way that it's only you and God who know whatever you have asked for that person. And believe me, God will bless you and will also bless the other person through you. Okay? And you going there when you're preaching, with the preachers that we are having or the priests that we are having today, ministers, whoever the rabbis, when they go there to preach, they are not supposed to preach and say that Angela is praying for this and this. No,
it should not be.
You don't use that person even for the sermon. Don't say nilipata Angela and she's having this and these problems. My problems, whenever I come and disclose them to you, Anjiko, it's supposed to be the two of us.
Business.
You don't need to tell everyone else. Yeah. Otherwise, we can as well give you a microphone and start shouting. As I'm saying, you'll be shouting on this client.
And that is something else. Okay, no, there are things that as that guy talked about. Amerix. I don't find it right. I don't find it in order because sometimes even when you want to make a comment, and it's cutting across in the social media. Someone just posts something, you don't know whether it's true or not, but then people go overboard. Kenyans.
Yes.
My God, you don't know how true these things are. You start making, I think most of the people, we are so concerned with the end result, not the process itself.
True.
Somebody just puts something, you just look at the bigger picture, but then you just don't even mind about this person has a family, you just start making comment and you're like, what do you mean?
For what I can tell people is this, people will always want to, we do cloud chasing, okay? They will create something that is going to go viral, so long as they have gone controversial with everyone else. It is wrong for you to body shame someone, to body shame or slut shame, whichever. You don't need to do that. If you cannot drive your point home by giving facts, and I can tell you this for sure, nobody in this world has ever been a man and a woman. Nobody. Even if you go through surgery, you have never been a woman if you were born a man. You have not gone through what I've gone through. You have not also gone through what I've gone through, isn't it?
Yeah, true.
A man has never gone through whatever you have gone through.
That's true.
So a man cannot come and tell us that this is what happens.
You do
in this life, there is no script. The only person with our script is God.
God himself.
God himself is the one who has our script. And he knows that Angela went through in this. Angela is lying here and here. Angela is speaking the truth here and here. Such things. So for you to be riled up by such a person, one, you need to learn that these people are going to be there. We have had people are going to talk badly about you, they're going to talk badly about the other person. What they need is that feed. They need people to go to their page, and that's how they feed on you. Twitter gives you, I think, I don't know how many dollars once you reach a certain number of followers. Same case with YouTube, views and likes. No, it goes with likes when it comes to YouTube. You get paid a certain thing, a certain amount. Same case to Facebook. Once you can't verify, it means that you're a celebrity. And the problem is most of us are choosing to become celebrity in the infamous way, instead of you going the right way, asking for you to pushing for morality. To a point, you even ask yourself, were these people raised African or what happened? Some of these things don't happen. Like I was listening to, there's a time I listened to Kibe and I'm like, I know, no, okay. He has points, I'll not lie, but sometimes he goes overboard also. And you don't need to do that. You can as well drive your point home by telling someone this and this happened, this and this happened.
It is true about it.
So long as it's true. So you cannot come and body shame a woman, yet you have never been a woman. You have not gone through what I've gone through.
I tell you.
You don't have the scars that I have.
I tell you.
Yes.
And even the scars sometimes you have, they're not like you want them.
And some of them aren't physical. They are also emotional. Some of them are they are inclined inside our heart and all that in our mind. So you cannot say that you know my body more than I know it. No, even a gynecologist does not know my body more than. Amesomea, yes. Whatever happens in my, yes, but he doesn't know what. Even when I tell them that having cramps or my baby is moving in this way, they cannot tell you that.
They don't have the experience.
Yeah, it's me who is experiencing it. Even if I'm here pregnant, Wanjiko, you do not know what I've gone through. Your baby was different from mine because it was not written somewhere. Yes, the kicks and all that are normal things, but you don't know what experience I am going through. The heartburn, those things.
Yeah,
those are
all,
they come from mtu binafsi. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So for him to body shame someone, yet you have never been in that person's shoe, that is quite wrong. Yes.
So kile tunasema kubody shape wa mama, the queens,
wa baba pia.
Hata
body shame wa baba. Saying that he has a big stomach. My friend, you don't know what has taken for him to have that big stomach.
Na wengine wanasema ukiona mtu akona tumbo kubwa ni tajiri.
Sometimes they kwa minyoo, you'll never know. Yes.
Okay. Today is just an amazing day that we're having discussion that cuts across in social medias and those kind of things. Kuna mambo mengi ambayo yanatendeka, people body shaming others, just making a conclusion from something you don't understand. Oh my God, it's something else. So today that is a discussion you're just having a general discussion about what cuts across. And when you come back, you're going to talk about divorce a little bit, because there's so many things that are happening, cutting across in the social media. And maybe you can just have just a bit of the discussion so that you're able to tell how do you handle this. There are people who are taking everything concerning them to the social media, the children and those things. And now when things go sour, they are like, wow, it's bad than I thought.
True.
So when you come back, you're going to have that kind of a discussion. Na leo siko peke yangu, tumezindikishwa na maji ya Legis Premier Water, ni maji matamu, maji masafi. And I keep telling you that just get a sip of it and then you give me the feedback. You're going to have a commercial break, and when you come back, you're just going to get it from where you've left. Welcome back. This is Queen's Talk, and this is where we discuss matters women from all angles. And today we are having just a sober discussion, discussing things that affect, influence, and make who a woman is. And today I'm with my co-host, Kuria, and the discussion we're having is on another level, because many are things that affect a woman. And unapata mama kwa nyumbani akona stress, she has no one to talk about. And now we are in the dispensation where everybody now wakes up in the morning, this person is stressed up, hana mtu wa kuongea na yeye. So what she does is anaenda kwa social media without thinking about tomorrow. So that is a discussion that you want. You have stress, you're going through some stuff. Is it okay? Is it right? Maybe you're divorced, you're left by your happy, your boyfriend. Should we be so quick to make everything that you're going through public?
There's nothing like social media love. Even if we are here cheering you on, believe me, we are hating your life.
Wow.
Never ever think that these people love me. Like, who wouldn't want to be Beyonce right now?
Everybody.
I also want to be Beyonce if Jay-Z is making for me that whatever, the Rockefeller thing. Why not? So, silently we are hating her and wishing for her life. But here we are cheering her up. Even when, is it Solange? The time she slapped Jay-Z because he was cheating or something like that.
Yes.
We were there telling her, leave him. And here we are like waiting for that chance for us to but she never left the guy. So there's nothing like social media love. Your love life should be private. I was told by a friend like this, there are three things you should always keep private. Your love life, your money, and your next move. Your next, all of those ones, you find them on social media.
Wow.
My love life, you'll find me posting my husband there, my children there, and telling people that the love of my life has done this for us.
That's nonsense. You're like, this is my man. She just make me,
he has bought me a car. He has bought flowers to my workplace. He has bought me chocolates. The simple things, moments that are supposed to be treasured and enjoyed by the two of you. You're making them public. there's a guy who wrote that never go for someone who is a content creator. To some point, yes. Someone who is looking for content. Every time they're on social media and they're posting, whenever they teach, they take a picture and then they send it. The love of my life just bought me this burger, or they have gone for pizza, they are doing this, they're at Fogo Gaucho, they are there posting the crocodile meat that they have eaten. Exactly. You're leaving us here to hate on you. And then the funny thing is, this person is going to post even the man and then even tag him. My friend, we will be in his inbox, chatting and telling him hi, looking good, and liking his pictures and all those things. We'll even become friends with your man. Then later unapata umanyang'anywa. Then you start complaining that the world is unfair. You're trying to trash talk me and saying that I'm an evil person. You expose for us your husband. How can friends be real? You know what? And then you just you expose to us your husband there or your girlfriend there. And here we were waiting for that chance to look and then become a superstar. Nyashinsky has also sang that song that wanangoja akufe, and then from there they tell his girl and she forgets about the love that they had. That is what happens, because you're exposing your private life out there. You're not supposed to. Your private life should remain your private life. Your money. People are there posting for us that they are buying land. I've just bought land in Nanyuki. I'm going to the Maldives. I'm going to the Seychelles. I'm going to go. I'm in Dubai, the highest hotels. They are posting for us the 7 and 10 stars. Yeah, you're not supposed to post for us your money. Remember, we have juju workers down here who are waiting for you to. They are praying for your downfall. Not all of us are here cheering. The only person who will always cheer you on is your mother. I tell you, it's your mother. Can say that again. It's your mother. Yes, no one else. Probably your mother will always want you to. What do you mean? Yes. Then also your next move. Whenever you're planning something to happen, don't expose it there. You will find people like you're going on a trip. You're planning to go to Naivasha, or you're planning to go to, and there you are posting for us the tickets and all that. One Naivasha, here you come. That's why you find that people are saying nilienda trip kama kukaibiwa. You told us you are away. What do you expect us to do? We are coming to stay. We are struggling. Yes, we are struggling here. You have a good life. Let us remove some of these things from you and help us at least to jijenge kivyetu. Or you find that when you go to that Naivasha place or Kisumu place that you are heading to, you'll find that we are over there waiting for your husband, the person who is catering for this, whatever. And believe me, those girls are pretty. And also need him. Yes, those girls are pretty and they are well adored more than you. Yes. So what do you think? And they'll keep passing by the table, and there you are saying that huyu hana adabu na ulituambia mzee anakuja. Yes, or men will pass there with flashing money or showing us the black card and all that. You're the one who said that I was coming with you, and there are men who have been envying me on Facebook. What do you expect to happen? Oh my God. Yeah. Could that be the main cause why we're having a lot of breakup? Yeah, because you're exposing your life out there. You're exposing your money. You're exposing for us your love life. You're not in touch with reality that these things are supposed to be private. We don't need to know. People don't need to know whatever you're going through or whatever is going on with you. That's why you find that even people when they divorce, they're out there telling us I have left him, I am now single and all that. What are you telling us? Today you are like, oh, this is the man, she bought me this and this and tomorrow this. It's the best money, it's the best man in the world and those kind of stuff. And then 3 months, 1 year down the line, you're giving us another story. Another story that umeachana. What has happened? Yeah, in between what has happened. You don't need to loop in everyone when it comes to your private life. Your private life should remain private. And the other show I told you, even my kids, I don't put them on social media. Because I believe children deserve them themselves wao wajiexpose kivyao wenye wanataka vile wanataka but hii maneno ingine no. Yes. Wow. I think that's awesome. Yeah, that's how because even most of the people in the social media, when you have just made that big news, I'm single and those kind of things, you attract a lot of unnecessary things. Very true. You don't even have that time even to get back to yourself, audit your life. You know the way you are like, okay, maybe nimeachwa lakini maybe I did A, B, C, D. True. You don't have that time because when you just say you're out, then you know.
watu ni wengi maybe wanakutaka or something like that, but they're not meant for well.
Yeah, they don't mean, not everyone
They don't mean
well.
well.
Yeah, so you have to be very careful about that. There was this Nigerian lady, I think it was a baby shower or what, whereby she invited her friends. In Nigeria, they usually throw money to you or something.
Yeah.
And one friend touched the stomach like this. She was pregnant. The next day, she lost the baby. So not everybody wishes you well. Yeah.
Wow.
It is that bad. People out here are out to get you, and you always have to act like everyone is against you. So long as you know that is on your back, that someone is out there to get you, you remember to keep your mouth shut. You remember to always be careful of the words you say or whatever you let people know about you, because exposing some secrets about you, especially things that you think should remain private, become a problem. Especially if you're going to decide to run to become someone in the political scene or something like that. People will always want to put you down. So what do you expect?
And they have the facts.
And it's true, because it's true. They do know that that's what you did. So they'll be out there trying to tarnish your name and all that. And when you go in front of people, that's why you find people heckling you or shouting at you and booing you, and you're wondering what's the problem. You are the one who exposed yourself. You gave people too much information about yourself.
There's a time I had this friend of mine who had a lot of issues, and is that chick mwenye anyamazangi. That is, you talk about everything that concerns yourself. You talk about your husband, you talk about everything, like she doesn't give a damn. So one time she comes to me, and then she's in so much pain, and then she's like, Shiko, you know what, Mimi. Then out of the discussion, I just got something, and I told her, you know what, I'll enter the one. Whatever they're saying is true. And why are they saying it? Because the source of that information was you.
True.
Because if you stop having discussion about your life, about your family, about your children, about your husband, about your wife, nobody will know about it.
True.
Which means even if people get there to talk about what is happening in your life, they will not get it from you. So after that discussion, she was like, I think I am stupid. And that was the point where she started now healing. There are times you have to be hard on someone so they get it to their head. And from there, I told her, the moment you feel like you won't talk too much about what concerns you, just do one favor. Go to any church, go and talk to God. Tell God, you know what, my husband A, B, C, D, my friend A, B, C, D. If you're to gossip with God, don't gossip with men. Because today they are with you, tomorrow they not to be with you. And also learned, even where you find like you know the way we are, like, this is my BFF, we can discuss anything. Then today your friend, you'll discuss. What about tomorrow? The day you become an enemy. That's
they
why
will expose everything.
They will. So what can you say about that?
BFFs, I don't do BFFs. For me, you're my friend at a distance. There is the much that I can give you. There is the much information I can give you about myself. I think the people who know me best are my relatives.
Absolutely, and I think it should be like that.
Yeah, they have been there through my thick and thin. When I went through my transition from married to single to single. They were there during my love life. So I think they have a better say than any of my friends can come out to say. People, you're not supposed to do those BFF things. If you get a partner, let that person be your BFF. And the idea that you are exposing this person to someone else and describing how good of a life this person, or how good she makes chapatis. Maybe your other friend out there does not even know. Bibi yake hata hajaipika chapati, hata mukimo is a problem. They cannot, the warus are not mashed well enough. This person will envy the kind of life that you're living.
That's true.
And then you'll end up regretting why then you find this person, your friend in bed or something like that, or you find they are gossiping or chatting. Even when they come for, when people usually do this, they're called what? These barbecues. You find that this person is very close to your wife than even the wife being close to your wife. Because of the information that you're giving them. Nakuja hapo na kapombe na kusema ati nilisikia ati chapo wewe ndiye expert. And and then she tells the wife like, hey, mama nani, ambia nani akufunze kupika chapati. You see, even some of these things are even shaming you and the other woman. Don't expose your wife or don't expose your husband out there. Whatever remains to be the two of you, let it remain to the two of you. Mukiachana ni sawa tu. It happens. Life has to continue. You don't need to expose him in a bad light and say that he was this and this. Maybe he was this and this to you.
Talk about that, because this is really happening and I don't like it. Okay. God forbid, I'm not looking forward to be divorced or to be single. I not want that. I think I love some stuff about marriage. But then again, if it happens, okay, I'm not saying it will happen or something like that, but this is it. You have just left this person.
Okay.
For reasons known well to you.
Okay.
You're not together.
Yeah.
What is the point of you going to badmouth him to your other people? What triggers that? Because I tend to believe I'm one person, Werimo. If I cut my ties with you, that is it. True. I'll not talk about you. I'll not want to know what is happening in your life. True. I don't want anything to do with you. I keep telling my husband this. If there's a day that I'll feel, I've never been this woman mwenye anatoka leo anarudi. I don't do that stuff. I'll stay there. But the day I'll just decide enough is enough, I don't come back. Yes. So I'm like, why do you have to talk bad about this person?
I think that is a sense of immaturity.
Talk about that.
You are too immature because you cannot tell me that people say that he wets the bed or she wets the bed. Yet you are with that person for 3-4 years. What were you doing here when
friend.
Yes, when the bed was being wet?
Yes.
What are you trying to tell us? You also wet the bed. Yeah. You're exposing something bad about the other person. Tutaona tu ni fake.
And you're even talking about yourself because you have been with this person.
Yeah.
You've been enjoying life together.
Exactly. Yes. Were you there for only the good times and you forgot the bad times? Because we said that in every relationship, in every relationship that you get into, whether equal friendship, me and you, or me and a guy, it will always be, you have to get someone who can understand your demons.
Yes.
Who's your demons can withstand. Yes. Yes. So if demons zake za kujua kitanda ulikuwa unavumilia, please don't come to expose that to us. Hata ule mwingine mwenye atenda na yeye atajua uko mbele. That's not he's no longer or she's no longer your part of the problem.
Absolutely.
If this person was chewing while spitting, that's no longer your business. You'll no longer have a place with him. You're with that person and he's been holding you like this sleeping.
Yes,
what are you trying to tell us?
Yes. Yeah. And you've been enjoying the Mondays.
Yeah. So were you there for only the good times? You should be there even the bad times. When this person does not have money, utapata that sometimes people start leaving the relationship. Maybe she lost a job or he lost his job. They start finding that it's become a burden taking care of you being the only breadwinner now. So you decide that I need to quit this. You remember that we say nini ya msimu tu. What do they say? Sijui what ni ya msimu tu. Maua, is it maua?
Maua, the flowers.
Yes,
the flowers.
Yes. Yeah. So there is going to be times where it's going to be hard. You must make sure that in that relationship you are able to withstand that. If you cannot, walk away before. Yeah. Because when on our first date, Wanjiko, the date your husband took you out on your first date, I'm sure there are things you noticed about him, but you pushed at the back of your head.
Yes.
And even in marriage, you have noticed, by the way, akatabia na kuanga nako. Sindio? And that is something that you have withstood for this long. You cannot start telling us that this is a time that you have found a problem after mmeachana. Sawa. If the man or let me say the woman was what are the bad habits that people say? I don't know. There are things that you can change. Those are things that you can change. People that smell their feet or something. Muonyeshe kitambaa ya kupanguza miguu after ameoga. Unampaka nini? Touching people's feet sasa ni shida nyingine. Unampaka remis. ikisha kauka unazoea vitu kama hizo. Ukiona makwapa inanuka, there are roll-ons.
Anasema anaongeanga sana,
there are things you cannot change like that one. You cannot tell me to shut up. Like for me, I'm a talker. I talk even in my sleep. Those are things that you cannot change about me. So whoever will have me atajua that Angela anaongeanga na akilala. She'll always talk in her sleep. Yeah. That is something that atakuwa expected to bear. Yeah.
So what I hear you say is that be with that person who you are able to tame, to control and to dominate the demon.
No, you cannot tame someone. Remember, this is someone ametoka kwa mamake amekuja kwako, or mmekuja mkatengeneza nyumba moja. This is a full grown person. So in time of taming, you would have tamed this person when they were young. But now this is a full blown developed habit. What you have to do is to know what you can withstand. Yes. If you cannot withstand the idea that he chews his nails, please talk before, or you try to tell him that you can he can file his nails, or you can, or the men who go for manicures and pedicures. If you're not into such men who love girlish things, yeah, leave, because sometimes you might find like those of us who have brothers who are too manly, they'll always find a way to challenge such a thing, and you might find it a problem when your husband is attacked. Yeah.
Now, what I'm thinking, or what I'm hearing you say, sometimes even when you are in a relationship, just know your boundaries.
Yes.
Just know this is my woman, akona issues zake.
Yes.
You know, this is my man, akona issues zake. The key thing which is very important I'm hearing you say is that just know how to.
Yes, how to withstand. If you cannot withstand that, you have to let go of that relationship as soon as possible, as early as possible.
Okay, there's that bit I don't like. That get into a relationship, get into being intimate, and then all of a sudden you want to leave this person. Because I tend to believe I have all the time. All the time to know this person does things this way, I can be able to handle this, this one I cannot be able to handle. So I'm like, I can put everything on a table, and then I'm like, this is 40, this is 60%. If the bad thing is 60%, I'm not for you. Do we have that time nowadays?
These days we are going for the hit and run,
where the problem is coming in. And that's where you're finding, we are 1 year, even another person was talking of 3 days. Yeah. And then this person is out. I'm like, you even did a wedding for heaven's sake, even to see their parent. You know, you had time together. What happened?
Kim Kardashian was married for 72 hours.
Yes.
Yeah, and somehow the marriage failed. Because whatever they were doing, they were doing it for the publicity. Like we have said, this time during, we are in the social media era, whereby people are finding it's easier to expose things. He proposes to you, you're there showing off the ring and all that, and telling everyone that you're getting married to who and who he has proposed and all that. But so you have to go through the wedding, even though those things are out there. Then from there you find out like you are not okay with that. You should have said no.
Just was there. Oh my viewer, it is interesting. These are the questions that I keep asking myself. You have all the time for yourself. You have all the time to choose what you want. There are people all around, men, women, and those kind of things. Do you take your time before you say yes I do, or before you just make a decision, this is the woman I want to spend the rest of my life with? Do you take your time, or you just wait for that big day, then after 2 days you're giving us another story? Oh my God, that's the discussion that you're having today. We're going to have a commercial break, and when you come back, please let us just get it from there as we come to the almost the last part of our segment today. And if you have a question, a comment, or anything you want, any input that you want to put into the discussion that you're having today, our WhatsApp line is 0724 121-812. Hello, karibu tena. This is Queen's Talk with Wanjiko Givenji, and I'm with my co-host, Madam Mwenyewe Wairimu Kuria, and you're having a discussion, the sober discussion about things that affect, influence, and maybe sometimes they make a woman to look confused. Maybe there's times you go through things and stuff, and then you just even forget who you are. There was a time I was in such a scenario. You're like, you wake up in the morning, and why? Because you have so many things that you cannot even talk about them. You have so many things, and then you're like, who do I talk to?
True.
And as today we're keeping on talking and giving discussion in terms of you have that guy, you have divorced, you have separated, then what is the point of you talking bad about this person? And you never know what will chanamaka miaka 10.
True.
Anaenda na mke mwingine, anaenda kuwa na masaji kwake wote, anaenda through now without fear, and then again anaona I better get back.
Kafakaria.
Kafadhali yule ambaye alikuwa wa kwanza. So, what do you think about that?
In Kikuyu, we say mugoda mukurusho kako na ke.
The tears, that is.
Yes, it does happen. It depends. If you are the one who was wrong in that relationship, that's when you find that you're always going back to this person.
Yeah.
That person becomes your point of reference. And you'll find even when this person goes ahead and dates whoever, this other person that they're dating, this person will always be like nanani hakuwa anafanya hivi, even in his mind, even if he doesn't say it to you, he'll always say it in his back of mind, or she'll always do it in the back of mind and say that nani hakuwa ananifanya hivi, he was better off, I was better off with the other person. Yeah, that's what happens.
This person gave me peace of mind.
Yes.
He was not calling me, fight me every now and then.
Yes.
But then you talked so bad.
You went out there, you were on social media tweeting and chatting and yapping your mouth and saying and doing the videos on TikTok saying how much of a toxic relationship you had. You did not look deeper and see that maybe you could have been a problem because there's some women who are very toxic. Especially when it comes to bad mouthing. For me, what I know is, in case I am angry at you, I'll keep quiet. I'll not be silent for long. I'll keep quiet, and if you tell me to do something, I'll still do it. But there are people who are very toxic. They will, hey, anamleta chakula, anairushia hivyo kwa meza, mzeni anasimamisha hapa. Yeah, and you're stringing your hips there, you're angry, and even they can even spit on their food. Yes. Or we have some men, they are now, he knows that the woman does not have a job or doesn't have anything to do. This man decides that ata pesa sitampatia ya salon, because anamtegemea tu.
Oh my God, that is something.
Yeah, they want you parare. You
know, I'm like, this is your wife.
Even wanataka, they want you to beg. You've never had of someone who gets that loves the idea of control. They want that woman to beg for their input or something for them to be able to work on. And that is not right. That's not a relationship that you are in. That is a cage. Yes. You have to learn, you have to know the difference. A relationship does not involve, a relationship is about give and take. Whatever I give you, you take it, and whatever you give me, I take it. And not necessarily that kila sana mimi napeana, you're taking, you're just taking.
You see, it's like you're in a basket.
Yeah.
So you put, I put.
Exactly.
The time you know it, it's like, wow.
It's bountiful. It's something it's gonna harvest.
Yes.
But you being the only one that is always giving. Sometimes you'll also get tired stretching your hand and carrying this thing, yet you're bringing back your hand without anything. That is not the way it's supposed to be. A relationship, you are supposed to know that whatever I give this person, he is going to reciprocate with something else. So lazima ikuwe na pesa, even an appreciation of saying thank you, please, kindly, sorry, such things. In case they
I like how you put it. I have a friend. The only thing this person complains about is that the husband can never appreciate anything. And she doesn't look for a lot of things. She happened to be the breadwinner and everything.
Okay.
So sometimes she goes out, buy clothes for this man, do great things. The way the woman loves this man so very much. But then she doesn't look for a lot of things. She's like, ata kusema asanti.
Appreciation.
You're like, I don't want him to pay rent. I don't want him to do anything. I just want him to tell me
Asante,
to show me he appreciate.
He doesn't do anything to show
anything, Najua ni kama venye hata mtoto ni mzuri, because at times you buy something to a kid and then the kid is, oh mama, asante, ni super. You're like, my effort. Been appreciated.
True.
So this woman now, sometimes I'm like, I don't know what to tell you now. Because I can't force him.
Yeah, you
I
cannot.
can't call him to tell him, you know what, Ebu ambianga ya asanti. So this woman now has gotten to a level where she's like, okay, I don't even have to do anything.
But
So
remember,
anajipata ameka ile free gear, you know. It's
you
unfair.
wallow.
Yeah, because you don't appreciate, so why am I doing it in the first place?
But also remember that when you started in this relationship, I'm sure when he bought you flowers, you gave him something also. Was he thankful for that? You should have learned that your husband or whoever you're with in life does not know how to, what can I say? Kujitolea, kuoneshana that sign of appreciation or something like that. It might be because vile alireziwa, anajua that he's supposed to be given.
Haya.
Yes, that's you're doing something normal to him, so it's not like
it's not a
big deal.
I'm not your mother.
No, you're not my mother, but you're supposed to give me those things.
Somebody else told me another day that the only people who can give you things for free is your brother and your father.
Your brother and father, why?
Yes, those are the only people who will give you something like you, Irimo. Your dad can give you something without expecting anything.
Anything in return.
But any other person,
any other man,
and especially now a man, so to say.
True. They will expect something in return. That is true. Your friend should know that hizo vitu ni vitu zenye yeye mwenyewe hakuangalia during the relationship. If he does not know to say sorry when he does something wrong, maybe hata akiangusha kikombe or akupatilishia kitu ianguke bahati mbaya, he doesn't know how to say sorry. Those are things that you're supposed to notice early on. And if she allowed that behavior to go on for this long, ni pia makosa yake. Because she would have taught him and told him, by the way, nikupatia kitu mbona usemange asante. She should have aired out that grievance. Sasa hivi akianza kusema, this guy will start thinking that there is someone else who has been saying thank you on. Yeah, ndio anafanya hivyo. Yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So what I hear you say is that sometimes we just need just to appreciate, just to show we are there, you are there. True. Whatever I have done to you, just remember I'm not your mother, I'm not your dad.
Yes.
So at least I expect you to appreciate.
Yeah,
you
have
have to be happy.
Or if in case amekosea, mbona usiseme sorry. Yeah. Or when you need something, you say please, or you say kindly.
But that is not their thing. Where are those men nowadays? Where are those women?
There are those men who are raised well. Because this one always goes back to how someone was raised. Kama alichapwa hasemi sorry, amezoea kutukana or beating up on the sister, and he was never told to say sorry, or he was never punished for that. That person will find it normal to hit a woman and asione ikiwa big deal.
You're not even apologetic.
Yeah, they're not apologetic.
You're not even sorry.
Yes, because even ndivyo yeye amelelewa. So what do you expect? Yeah.
Wow. That's something else.
Yes.
So as we say, now what is your take now? You have a marriage, you have left, and this person is seeing someone else. Now, hiyo maubaya yote, how should we handle it? Because sometimes, okay, I understand you may feel bad, something has happened, you're not with this person, you love this person, despite that you are in different ways, you have used different direction.
Yeah.
You see, kuna hiyo ubaya, how do you contain that? How do you manage that? Because at times ukina mtu akiongea nile imefika imefika kwa kichwa sasa hata kuvunja. So if she doesn't talk, maybe she feels she can burst out or something like that.
True.
How do you contain that? So that at least even if we leave each other, we just leave each other in amicably in a respective way.
Yes.
That even if we get to somewhere and we are like, I meet you along the way, I'm like, so you are together. Wow, that's awesome. Because hakuna mambo ulikuwa umezungumza. Because now you go talk about your hubby, talk about your wife in a nasty way. Then all of a sudden 2 years down the line you're together.
True.
And I'm like, mko pamoja. How you talk, no? Umemtoa nguo ile.
You have exposed
this person, you know. It's just a bad thing. How do you contain that?
I'll always say that before you guys became a couple, you are friends. Find that if you find that you cannot be friends with that person, just let him be.
But most of the people, they're not friends.
Most people will not be
Which
friends.
is a big problem, I guess.
Then let it be. Wacha move on na maisha yake. Because you cannot still peg your life kwa maisha yake. You have to move on with also your life. Because yours did not work out with this person. You have to give someone else a chance who would bear the stinking feet or the nasty armpits. Yeah, you have to learn that things whatever is poisonous to you might not be poisonous to me. It might be my cup of tea.
Hey, wow.
Yeah, because there are people who are into, like you said, rubbing feet. For me, I will not be into that at all.
Yeah.
I cannot cut someone's feet. That are things I'm not doing.
Okay.
I think you have 2 hands.
All right.
You can do that for yourself. If not, let's go and pay for someone in the salon to do that for you. But don't ask me to do that. So even if a man came at me and anajua mimi vitu zingine I'll never do. So if you want to go and talk badly at pipi yangu alikatima kucha, my friend, that is not going to bother me. Yeah, you knew that from the beginning I wasn't going to do that. You have to find that is it balance? Because maybe in this place you have children, whether they are yours adopted, surrogate, or you are born from your womb. You have to know that you have to have a balance in a way that these kids are able to relate with their father, they're able to relate with their mother, even if it's you're the one who has been left with the kids, or I have been left with the kids. And you don't want your kids knowing the nasty thing out there, that you are the one who is the toxic one. Yeah, you have to find a way to balance the whole relationship. In case it doesn't work out, ile siku baba anakuja mtoto, just tell him, watoto una just beep me ukifika kwa gate, watoto watateremka. You don't need to see that person or talk badly. Don't even ask your kids about baba yao ati amenunua gari ingine, akona dem gani, kitana anaishi wapi. You don't need to know those things. You left the man, you left the woman. You don't need to know that.
Just close that page.
Yeah, close that page. Bora ujue watoto wako wako salama, they ate, he fed them or she fed them. That is the most important thing, because I don't think you unaweza kapenda kupeleka watoto mahali and then they fail to eat. That is something that shouldn't happen at all. Yeah, those are the things that you should look out. So when you guys decide that you're going to part ways, if you cannot find a neutral ground,
let's have a discussion.
Yeah, let it be wachana na yeye. Yes.
Wow. There's this woman, what do you call this woman? Huyu mwenye alikuwa ameolewa na ukawa Nairobi. Is somebody karaoke. So Wangashikari, no, not Wangashikari.
You don't know who is that?
There's this woman who was married by Kenge, the first wife.
Okay.
This how she handled the divorce. You know, this man brought in another woman, so there were the two of them. But the woman was just cool. You know how she behaved. You know, I'm like, Madam, you know what? I salute you. Because she was just there, she just left. She goes to the interview, she's asked about it, let us not talk about that.
Yes.
All of a sudden, then she gets somebody else. I think his name is George or something. Then they are in a wedding and they're moving on. They're meeting on stage on some occasions and hakuna ile roho safi. Ni venye, okay, uliniona siko poa, you brought it to somebody else. So I don't need to fight this woman. So let me get out silently.
That's true.
You know, I'm like, I salute you.
Yeah, that is how it's supposed to be. You don't need to bash the other woman for you to gain favor from the man. Because I also don't think a man who bashes another man's head is going to think that he's going to win with him. I don't condone violence. I don't condone confrontation. Those are things that you're not supposed to allow.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Asante sana Werimo for coming.
Asante.
Oh my God, you have now become a co-host and I'm enjoying it. So we come to the end of the show today, and it was good having you around, having the discussion. Oh my God, I know and I believe that you have just captured something that will help you improve your life as a woman, and then you're also going to be able to know how to handle things. You don't have to shout around, you don't have to make the drama, you don't have to be the drama queen, you know. You can just do things in a mature way. I think it's the high time we as women, we mature up and we handle things with maturity, because that's the way to go. Till you meet again, this is Queen's Talk with Wanjiko Gidenji, and we were with Werimo Kuria, and I hope you've enjoyed the show. Asante sana, karibu, I love you guys.
You are watching DAESAK TV, the Cradle of Goodness.